Yo, 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 this is Mr. O. Yo, 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 this is Mr. O, and today we're going to learn about rectangles. Rectangles is a quadrilateral because it has four-sided, and rectangle is under the parallelogram because it has the same properties as a parallelogram, except there is a special thing about it, which we're going to learn today. Okay, so first, same thing as parallelogram, rectangle has opposite sides that are congruent, the orange and the purple one are congruent. Their opposite sides are parallel. Opposite angles are congruent. Consecutive angles are supplementary. And the diagonal bisect each other. Exactly the same thing as parallelogram. What is just crucial and very unique about rectangle? First, it has 90-degree angle for all its vertices. Okay, they all measures 90. And you're right, opposite angles are congruent because both of them are 90. And the consecutive angles are supplementary because 90 plus 90 is equal to 108 degrees. And the diagonals here bisect each other, but all four of them are equal. That means the diagonals are congruent. Okay, both diagonals are equal. Okay, so those are the important things that we have to remember about rectangles, plus the properties that follows with parallelogram. So let's see this one here. So again, this is my rectangle PQRS. If this is 10 here, I know that this is 10. If this is 24 here, I know this is 24, right? And QR is 10, SR is 24, SQ, which I do not know yet, PR, I do not know yet. QT, I do not know yet. So how do we do this one? So for me to find this diagonal, remember I have here a right triangle because in a rectangle, this measures 90. So I'm going to use Pythagorean theorem. I know this is the A or B. This could be the B. I know for a fact that I'm looking for PR, which is the C. That's the hypotenuse. So again, 10 squared plus 24 squared is equal to C squared. Using our calculator, we know that 10 squared is 100. 24 squared is 576. You add by 100 and take the square root of 676 here. The answer is square root of 676 is 26. So therefore, PR is 26. If PR is 26, we know that SQ has to be also 26. And a portion of that one, because they're equal, all of them are equal and they bisect each other. QT is just half of 26, which will be 13, 13, 13, 13 to all of them. So this will be 13. And there you have it, okay? Next. We're given a triangle A, B, C, D. If this portion here is 15, I know that this is 15, I know that's 15, and this 15. The entire thing is 30 and 30 for both sides, okay? And I know that this one here is 27, so this has to be also 27. If you look at our figure, we have a triangle here, a right triangle again here. We're in something like this. This is 27, this is 30, and I need to find AD, okay? Or let's say that's my B here. So I'm going to use Pythagorean theorem. But remember, this is the 90. So this is my C. This could be my A. So it could be 27 squared plus B squared is equal to 30 squared. 27 squared, 729. And this will be 900. Subtract that one from 900 will give me B is equal to 171 squared. Square root. There's no square root of 171, but that will give us B is approximately 13.07, so 13.1 approximately. Okay, so this is 13.1, that's 13.1. Okay, so AC is 30 because that's 15 and that's 15. BD is also has to be 30. They gotta be the same. BE is half of that one, which is 15. AB is 27. And BC is 13.1. Kaboom. So let's now go with the angle measurement. Remember that the opposite sides are parallel. So we have a transversal sign here, transversal line over here. Okay, remember that. Okay. So we know that this one is 64 and this is a vertical angle. So this should be also 64. If that's 64, we know we form a straight line here. So this will be linear pair. So 180 minus 64 is 116. So if this 116, we know their vertical angle, this has to be also 116. Now, we know that this kind of triangle we have are isosceles because these two here are equal. So I know whatever is this one should be equal to that one. And the sum of the angle of the triangle is 108 degrees. So for me to find this two green angle or the VWX or VXW, I know they're the same, is I just have to subtract the 64 from 180. So 180 minus 64. Whatever the answer there, I'm going to divide by 2 because angle VWX is congruent or equal to VXW. Okay? So 180 minus 64 is 116. You get divide by 2. That will give me 116 here, and the answer is 58 for each of them. So this will be 58, and that will be 58 also. Right? And I'm going to do the same thing for this angle here and this angle, except that it's 116. So 180 minus 116 to get 64 divided by 2. That means I get 32 here and 32 there. And the best part of this, if that's 32 there, has to be the same thing as this because they're two congruent isosceles triangle here. This is 32 and that's 32. And likewise, that this is also 58 here and 58. Okay. If you notice without solving, what's 32 plus 58? 32 plus 58 will give you 90. And remember, the corner, the vertices of a rectangle are all 90 degrees angle. So let's solve it now. So XWY, where's X? XWY is 58. YXZ is 32. WVZ is 116. XWZ, obviously that's 90. And XZY, which is going to be 58. And there you have it. And that's the properties of rectangle. As always, kaboom.